Welcome to Golden Mastermind Seminars Radio with your host, Jeffrey Combs.
Good afternoon, everyone. Jeffrey Combs, Breathe, Release, and Let Go, President and founder of Golden Mastermind Seminars Incorporated. It's an honor to be here with you on Tuesday afternoon, Facebook Live. Lead mastery. Creating leads is a way of life if you are an entrepreneur, and it's important that you become, when we get dialed in here, you become skilled at lead generation. And purchasing leads, buying leads, creating leads, referrals are a way that you are going to be and stay in business. And in my career, I have created leads in many different models, modalities, fashions. I've invested in leads, I've bought leads, I've created leads, I've asked for referrals. I've done many different situations to create a lead. And so here's the real statement. Leads are a way of life. And if you are skilled at creating leads, then you will have the opportunity to be and stay in business, provided you become skilled at qualifying the leads for your product, service, benefit, feature, and most importantly, for your time. So in the process of breathing, releasing, and letting go, you want to become skilled at creating the leads and having communication with the leads. So once again, if you're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur in free enterprise, then you have an opportunity to create what the free market will bear as you develop your skill set. And your skill sets are going to be a direct reflection of your repetition and experience, and then being able to stay focused, being able to neutralize the outside world and the outside problems, and be able to be and stay in a relaxed body. And the more that you learn to let go and separate your feelings from your anxiety, fear, and doubt, you're going to have a better opportunity to, as you create a lead, to have that conversation with them, to be able to follow through with a lead, to be able to have a relaxed conversation, to be able to find out if your product, your service, your benefit and feature is ideal for the candidate. And if that is the situation, there's a high probability that your prospect will buy from you. And if you're skilled at this and you're able to let go and separate the feelings from the events that shape them, and separate yourself from any anxiety, fear, and doubt about being rejected and abandoned, or about the word no, and many people get hung up on the no's. And people seldom say no. What they tend to tell you is they'll give you objections and reasons why they can't, won't, and shouldn't buy. And as you become more and more skilled at letting go, then you will be able to be in a non-attached state about creating the leads and about qualifying the leads, onboarding the leads, bringing on a teammate, a consumer, a customer, or someone who sees your value in your service. And one of the major components that hinder people from creating leads is anxiety about talking to people, about having the conversation. So if you're in a restaurant and you see someone who has some good skills, a waiter, a waitress, a bartender, or you see someone that is in the area, that you're standing next to someone waiting for a table, you can learn to strike up a conversation that leads to an exchange where you can ask the person, have you ever considered owning your own business? You can ask qualifying questions with the leads you create. And in these moments, this is called the 3-foot rule. And in that 3-foot rule, you can ask that person for the phone number. Now, a lot of the anxiety that will center around this is many people get in their head and they don't want to offend someone. They don't want to make a mistake. They don't want to get in trouble. They get into this story. And in this story is where you want to let go of your anxiety about the outcome. And the ability to strike up a conversation, the ability to lead a conversation is a major skill set. That as you master that skill set and you become better at those skills, then you are not the mind-body connection to the events that shape the feelings. And you're letting go of the anxiety. You're letting go of the worry about making a mistake, getting in trouble, saying the wrong thing, offending someone. as you're able to let go of this anxiety, then you can be in a flow in the conversation. And the objective is to have a lead flow, prosperity, so that you're not in lead poverty. The objective is to have more leads than you have time. And that is a major skill, and I haven't always had that opportunity. There's been times where I don't have the leads flowing to me. And I'm very skilled at writing the content, and I've invested in other businesses. I've invested heavily in creating leads and bought sales funnels and advertised in newspapers and postcards and have done flyers in multiple ways to create leads. I've put messages on business cards and stuck them on cork boards. I've left them in books in certain places, and I've put cards out, and then I've asked for referrals. I've made a list of people I know and know of. There are many, many, many ways to create leads, and you want to be in lead prosperity, not lead poverty. And if you find yourself in lead poverty, then you can be in another level of anxiety, fear, and doubt. And that's why it's very important that you become skilled at lead mastery. I'm going to cover lead poverty for just a minute and what that actually means. It's on the syllabus right here on the email that went out for lead mastery. And what lead poverty means is that you have no leads, that you have a business that requires leads, and then your lower self, your ego says, I don't have anyone to talk to. And as you let go of this story and then realize that there's leads of plenty out there, and it's your responsibility to create it. And some of the ways that you can create leaders, just like I said, you learn to ask for them, you advertise for them, you write content, you're on social media writing content, you do reach outs to people, you can cold call, you can buy lists. There's multiple ways to create leads, and as you begin to create leads, you can have lead prosperity. So lead poverty means you have no leads, and then you feel you have no business, and you feel out of business, and you feel in scarcity, poverty consciousness. You feel in lack. You're worried about the outcome that hasn't happened, and then you're telling yourself a story. So in this state of lead poverty, you want to be able to take a look at this, take a deep breath and let go, and then do some simple ways to create leads. And the most cost-effective way is to speak to people who you know or know of. That's one way. Many people have reluctance to that because, once again, the story of, oh my God, they're going to say this to me. Oh my God, they're going to think I'm crazy. They're going to think I'm in one of those things. They're going to think I'm trying to sell them something. Well, in actuality, you are attempting to give them an idea. You're attempting to sell them a product, a service, a benefit, or a feature. Your objective is to be able to provide value and showcase a product that might impact their life. I mean, it's a product that could be a signature product. It could be a product that's holistic. It could be a product that is a wellness product, or it could be a internet product that could actually have a big improvement in their life. And that's your objective, is to be able to bring a product, a service, a benefit, and feature that you can sell that someone will see the value in and get a good result from. That's the ideal situation. And that's, however, in lead poverty, most people get in their head and they get overwhelmed and they start telling themselves a story, typically about embarrassing themselves, getting in trouble, making a mistake, being rejected, being abandoned. These are the main situations that put people in lead poverty. Also, the newness of it, if you've never owned a business, never had a sales job, never recruited, all of these situations can lead to anxiety in an overwhelmed state. So it's a breathe. My humble apologies. I see I'm having some internet challenges right now. So if you see it glitch or stop, it is because my internet provider is letting me know that there is it's slow right now today. So that typically doesn't happen, but my humble apologies. John Spencer, good to see you. Nicole, good to see you. And Crystal, good to see you today. The topic for today's Facebook Live is lead mastery. So creating leads is a way of life in free enterprise. As you become skilled at creating leads, you own a business. If you don't have leads, it's going to affect your ability to be able to monetize that business. If you're in a business that requires recruiting skills, you're recruiting teammates, or you're retailing products, services, benefits, and features, or you have an eBay store, or any multitude of situations, you're going to require people that buy your products, services, benefits, and features. So your price points, the products and services that you're selling, you want to feel good about them yourself so that you can convey the value. If possible, if you're using your products, you've had some result from it, and then you have belief in the product, service, benefit, feature, industry that you are in, or the job that you are representing when it comes to lead mastery. So there's many facets of lead mastery. And the first one is to let go of the anxiety about the outcome that hasn't happened, and to relax into a relaxed energy, and to be able to breathe, release, and let go, and not take it personal. You're going to speak to people who aren't going to be interested. They're going to give you objections. They're going to give you reasons why they can't buy. Seldom are they going to personalize it about you. Okay, occasionally they might, but most of the time, people aren't going to be interested. They don't understand what you're selling. You're not effective, a multitude of situations. And this is why it requires repetition and experiences in communicating the value of your product, services, benefits, and features, and then letting go of the anxiety about the outcome that hasn't happened, and being and staying present in a relaxed body, and then being able to move from lead to lead without getting overwhelmed by it. Occasionally, or it's very common for someone to have one conversation in a day. It doesn't go well, and the person gets overwhelmed about the process, tells them a story, and shuts down. And that shutdown can lead to minutes, hours, days of. Once again, my humble apologies. I keep getting glitched out, so I'll keep moving keep moving along as long as the internet allows me to here this afternoon. So in a breathe, release, and let go state of consciousness, you are qualifying leads for your time by asking them leading questions. And creating leads is the topic for today, lead mastery, concurrent with, at the same time, as you create leads, effective ways to communicate to them. Now, what many people do is they try to overeducate a prospect, and they give the prospect too much information. Ideally, you find out if the prospect is looking for what you have. If that prospect is looking for what you have, there's a higher probability that the prospect will see the value, or the customer will see the value. So there's a fine line in being able to be compassionate about your product and being able to convey the value, and then just talking too much. And it's a very common commonality for people to talk too much. And if that is you, you can definitely improve on that beginning today. Because the whole purpose in prospecting, if you own a business, is to find out who is your ideal candidate. Who will buy my products, services, benefits, and features? And many of you are selling products that are really top-tier products, and a large percent of the population can benefit from these products. But even though the whole population can benefit, it's still your responsibility to find the ideal candidates. And if someone is not an ideal candidate, you want to learn to easily and effortlessly let the prospect go, not be in conflict, and be able to move on. And if you'll let yourself do that, then you'll be more effective in your prospecting endeavors, and you'll begin to attract some people to your business that see the value. You potentially could attract a teammate that wants to market a business if you have a business that's marketable, or you'll attract more brandable clients that want to be brand partners with you. as you get better and better at this process and you're skilled at letting go, then you're no longer the mind-body connection to the events that shape the feelings. That's the breathe, the release, and the let go technique. And so if you're selling real estate, you're not going to sell $1 million home to a prospect who doesn't have the credit score or won't qualify for the loan. Now, see, that would be common sense to most people. Well, the same situation applies with your product, service, benefits, and features. Even though your belief is that everyone can benefit from this product, there's going to be a percent of the population that is shut down, isn't emotionally available, isn't serious about changing the quality of their life or changing the quality of their health. They will get too in their head and they'll talk themselves out of it. And you, once again, you don't want to feel rejected or abandoned by this experience. You want to be able to move on and let go. You want to be able to separate your feelings from the events that shape them so that you are no longer have an attachment to the outcome. You want to be non-attached to that outcome in a relaxed body where you're learning to qualify people for your products, services, benefits, features. And then if you have a business model where people can create money in it in network marketing, direct sales, insurance, real estate, and you're actually recruiting for teammates, well, you can also sell that benefit. That's called selling the dream. And in selling the dream, you're selling the lifestyle. And that's what you're looking for is lifestyle marketing partners, people who want to live the dream. And that's a whole nother level of what you are selling when you are selling the dream. Early in my career, I used to listen to the great Jim Rohn, and he would cover this content on selling the dream. And what that really means is that you find someone who romances the good life, and they're going to use your vehicle as one of their ways to live their dreams. And that can be done in insurance, real estate, network marketing, direct sales, affiliate marketers if you're looking for other affiliate marketers as part of your teammate, as part of your teammates. And so that's how you would create your own leverage in a business, by being in a business model where there is residual income. And that is, once again, network marketing, real estate, direct sales businesses, internet marketing, in anything where there is the opportunity to create a residual, and there's multiple levels of pay that you can get paid on a little, on a lot. There are some network marketing companies where if you have 400 customers or 500 customers in your genealogy, it will create a decent residual income. And that can come from 4 or 5 people. That's what you're looking for, is the people who want to live the good life and sell. And that's why in that case, that's when you're selling the dream, and you're selling the lifestyle, the potential, the good life. That's what you're selling. And that's the provenance. You're providing the opportunity for people to really live that good life. And as you let go of your own scarcity, your own poverty mindset, your own anxiety, your own worry about what people are going to think of you, you move into a different energy, and you're in a different space, and you're able to breathe, release, and let go. And the Louise Hay term, no longer the mind-body connection, the events that shape the feelings, it means you're not in this story about the outcome that hasn't happened. And you also want to understand that when you communicate with people, that it's important that you communicate from a non-attached state, where if they don't see the benefits, if they don't buy from you, you don't personalize it. You're able to let go in an easily effortless state of higher consciousness, letting go of any anxiety about the future that hasn't happened. And as you let go of that worry, as you let go of that anxiety, you have the ability to take these leads that you learn to create, and you can bring them to a solution. You can bring them to a result. You can bring them to higher consciousness. And as you learn to let go, and once again, you live in this more relaxed energy of higher consciousness, you're going to attract your reality in a higher law of averages, people who believe what you believe. And in any leverage business, when you're prospecting, you never know who your next superstar is, that next leader is, that person who becomes that overnight success story. I mean, insurance, real estate, network marketing, internet marketing, free enterprise businesses are filled with people who started with nothing, overcame the obstacles, and actually became successful. And you don't have to be at rock bottom also to own a business, because you can be the wife of someone or the husband, or you can already have an existing business and you could build a part-time business. So you don't have to be destitute to be successful, but you have to be committed to be successful. And as you're committed, as you become more and more committed, you're not the mind-body connection to this anxiety that you've held on to based on traumatic events that are unresolved. And the more relaxed you become in this process, the energy flows, people pick up on it, people feel it, they'll want to join you in a higher law of average, they'll want to buy your product, service, and benefits and features more frequently, and you're still going to encounter the people who aren't interested, and you want to be able to let them go diplomatically, breathe, release, and move on. Jeffery Combs, President and Founder, Golden Mastermind Seminars Incorporated. You have a great afternoon. Thanks and goodbye.